Too, right?
Yep.
Look at all you beautiful ladies.
Hey there. What's up?
Hi, strangers.
Long time.
Can you
no
believe
see.
we're back and in real Facebook world again? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. For those of you that don't know who we are, we took a little bit of a hiatus while we regrouped and had, summer life going on. But we are here with some networking tips. We've been part of doing late Facebook Live for Fridays, like what, almost a year?
I think longer.
A little
Maybe longer, right?
It got a little bumpy at the end, but we, because all of us, one of the interesting things that comes up with, virtual is like trying to mesh it with your live stuff too.
Yes.
And you're like,
it's like, wait, how is this happening?
Oh,
But I am Lorena Mosquera with Paradigm Marketing and Design, and with me, I'm going to let my lovely co-host joining me today, introduce themselves. So, Kate, why don't you go first?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Kate Conroy. I am the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships with the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. NJBIA is the largest statewide business association in the entire country. We have so many members that we represent almost 1 million employees in the state of New Jersey. It is bananas. And we do all kinds of things. We're in Trenton. We work a lot with the state government in Trenton, trying to keep New Jersey as affordable as possible. And for our smaller members, we have all kinds of stuff that you have to buy anyway, but we have discounts. Yeah. So like if you want to offer your employees health solution, oh my gosh, we've got that, but for a discount. 401k program, oh my gosh, we've got that, but for a discount. It's amazing. So check us out if you want some info.
I think you need to change your tagline to, oh my gosh, we have that.
Not a bad idea. More. I'm gonna get on the horn with marketing after this.
Vin, I hope you're listening, but the ideas are flowing.
He loves suggestions from the peanut gallery. I'll tell you that. He loves
because that's what everybody wants.
Yes.
Suggestions from the peanut gallery.
Hello,
awesome. Everyone. It is so wonderful to be back and be here with my girls. I am Vicki Heart, Director of Client Engagement at Paradigm Marketing and Design. We are a web marketing and, as Lorena said, a workflow agency. So we are full service, working with small and mid-sized businesses, working with that frustrated business owner who knows that their business is ready to grow. They just don't have the tools and the resources because they're too busy working in their business instead of on it. So if you are interested in working on your business and maybe having summer Fridays, like it's a real thing, people, reach out to Lorena and myself, and we are happy to have that conversation because I can tell you, since I've been here, we have helped businesses grow and flourish. And over the past, almost 12 years in business, we have helped hundreds of businesses make millions of dollars. So that's my story.
And again, I'm Lorena Mosquera, and I am the workflow strategist. So I actually manage the workflow division for Paradigm. And workflow is most commonly referred to as making sure that you have a process in place for all the activities that your team is doing, primarily meshing human behavior with technology so that you are able to get the most data out of all the things that you're actually doing so that you can make sure you know who your target audience is, you make sure your sales team is following up, and that operations are running as they should. It all comes in together. And so my team works in the very lovely world of data and CRMs, which is a fancy acronym for customer relationship management tools. And we would love to schedule a strategy session to show you how technology can be used to really augment the behaviors that you're already doing to help you make sense of things a little easier and faster by using automation and technology whenever possible. With that, we are back on every single Friday at 11 a.m. We're going to talk networking tips. We're going to talk how to grow your business, growth strategies, everything from when should you be doing your follow-ups to how should you be doing your follow-ups and what are people talking about out there? What are we hearing? So we welcome your feedback, welcome your comments. Please make sure you put your questions on the comments page. We are streaming to a couple of different platforms right now. So we want to hear from you guys as to what should we be discussing? What should we be covering during these, 20 minutes that you're going to have us on Fridays?
What are your pain points?
Yeah. And just
you want to know all the pain points or just the ones related to business?
Just the business related ones.
Just be warned that we try to keep it as professional as possible, but we tend to.
I didn't promise that. I didn't promise that at all. So they may promise it, but I didn't promise it. We got to give you a reason to come. Come on.
I know, we try. We have been known to kind of go this way, like, and kind of trying to bring us back. But we are definitely looking forward to having some guests joining us as well throughout this. Our goal is to incorporate the Table for Four networking component of our organizations along with this to really bring you as much information and value added benefits as possible. If you haven't joined us every single Monday, not every single Monday, I apologize, the fourth Monday of every single month at noon, we actually do a Table for Four networking. It is virtual networking. And let's just say it, Vicki says it all the time, undeniable efficiencies with virtual networking. So every single month, you can plan for the fourth Monday of the month from 12 to 1. We do a virtual networking called Table for Four, and it is sponsored by NJBIA and created. It's brainchild of course, Paradigm Marketing. And we meet in rooms of 4 people only. And it's a really great opportunity to just really get to know folks, say a little bit about your company, say a little bit about what you're looking to connect, who you're looking to connect with, and maybe some success stories. But because there's only 4 people in the room, it feels a little bit more natural, a little bit more laid back. And we're able to then do follow-ups and hopefully close some business and create some networking, partners, because we have met so many people through that.
For people who find networking to be scary, for like the introverts or the empaths out there who feel like networking is just this big, scary monster that's waiting to eat you alive, Table for Four is just so easy and lovely, and there's no stress. Like there's 3 other people in the room with you. Like it's just so easy and low maintenance. It's great. Trust me.
Hey, was that a confession?
Maybe.
So just full disclosure, if you haven't noticed, we've been told by powers that be that some people are watching and that we promised to behave, Vicki. I'm not going to mention who's saying that.
You know what? Again, I never promised any such thing.
See right there?
Listen, every dish needs a little hot sauce. I'm just going to tell you right now.
I thought Rachel was like, I don't watch this show on purpose. I don't want to know.
I'm wondering, like, should we be a little bit more polished at this point?
Oh my gosh.
And of course, we've got Randall joining us as well. And if you don't know Randall Williams, he is an awesome networker. Yes, he is everywhere. And if you ever need car services, he shows up on point every single time.
Lorena throwing out the testimonial. Well, this is what the pipeline, which, by the way, if you've noticed,
it's our name.
So you'll notice that we were networking with the Fab Four.
Yes.
Our fabulous friend Carrie, you know what? She has moved on to like amazing things.
Bigger and better.
And we like feel like this is something that's so important, and so does she. But she's gonna pop in as a visitor. So
she's in Africa right now, isn't she? Like volunteering?
She's still in Africa. I'm worried that she's been kidnapped. So I'm hoping that she's back by now.
Is she back? I don't know.
I'm hoping she's back by now. But I'm seeing Lady Gaga with her in like 2.5 weeks. So
show off much? My goodness.
First of all,
where's my invite?
Bought the tickets in February of 2020, and that show only just got rescheduled. So, it is, a sign of the pandemic, but, it is whatever it is. So I know I'm going to get some live time with Carrie B. So I'm looking for a hug for us. Listen, I was looking for Fred. I was like, I need a crew of fabulous ladies to go see Lady G, because I was still high off watching A Star Is Born, and I could watch that movie 1,000 times.
Yes, the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack all the time, and I sob like uncontrollably. It's
just to die for. So I hope she at least plays something from it. I just at this point, I hope.
But that's awesome. So so we were part of the Fab Four because our schedules and just as we know, life gets crazy and businesses evolve and goals have to be realigned. We took a little bit of a hiatus to kind of figure out what is our next path. And so we have a little bit of rebranding going on. Table for Four will remain as it is. And of course, we will be back every single Friday, the 3 of us, with some guests here and there along the way. Most of the time, they will probably be the sponsors for Table for Four. It gives them the opportunity to leverage the visibility of Table for Four networking, as well as the visibility of all the different platforms. Because again, we are streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And between the two organizations, we have a pretty strong following. So it's a really great way to get your message out there in a much more relaxed setting. Like, again, we're a little bit lighthearted and, we'll go with the flow. So if there's any topics that you're interested in hearing or any guests that you think might be really a good fit for us, feel free to put it on the chat or send us an email. We'll put our contact information as well on the chat in just a couple of minutes. And I think one of the things that we were talking about that would be really cool to discuss is, it's summer and people tend to kind of either go all out and do nothing during the summer, or they start to think about what's coming up next, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's the strategic business person that is thinking, what's next?
Yeah.
When we downshift in the summer, it can be to our own peril, because it's not about what I do today that affects me tomorrow. It's what I do today affects me in 3 months. So if I disappear this summer, I still have to get up and I'm running out of the gate in September. And September comes with its own rush of things that are happening and activities and places you need to be and things to see. So, I can't encourage enough how important it is to still remain visible, whether you're doing a hybrid. There's tons of great events that are going on at your local chambers and your organizations that are outside. Okay, it is 91 degrees. Like
the roads are literally melting.
Yeah.
I had to go water my my outside plants today because they looked absolutely.
I don't think anything is going to stay. I mean, I'm supposed to go ziplining with my kids tomorrow. Ugh. And I'm like, that is going to be brutal. So we switched the appointment time to 8 o'clock in the morning, hoping it's still nice and cool, but it's hot.
It's going to be 100 on Sunday. 100.
I don't want to think about it. No.
Yeah. It's pool time. It's just pool time.
To your point though, Vicki, it's something that I say all the time. Once you know what your sales cycle is, and it can take a little bit of ramp up time to know what that looks like. It could be 3 months, it could be a year. It just depends on what you sell. Trust it. You know that in order to have a good month, 3 months from now or 4 months from now, whatever your sales cycle is, you have to put in the time now. And that means, of course, everybody should take a vacation, but you cannot just take the summer. I mean, once upon a time, maybe 5-10 years ago, you could take the summer. I don't know that I've ever taken.
Or there was TikTok.
Yeah, but it's just not an option anymore. Whether for better or worse, the pandemic has changed things so profoundly. Taking the summer off is just not an option anymore if you want to pay the rent in 3 months' time,
And you bring up a really critical point, Kate, when you talk about your sales cycle. For many of you who recognize that where, the current economic times are definitely shifting, that actually throws some question into how long our sales cycle will be. And so really hedging yourself, one of the best things, we can't avoid what's happening in the marketplace right now. That is beyond our control. But what we can do is hedge ourselves. And, we often talk, from a marketing perspective, when everybody's running away, that's when you should be running into the fire. So
it's the opposite of what your psyche's telling you. You have to really push
everything
forward.
About you is saying, I need to go hide. Yeah. That's actually when you need to be the most visible, because that is where you show your true mettle as an organization and as a problem solver for your business, for your clients. And so, that holds true for networking also. When people are like, I don't know what's going to happen, that's when you convene with fellow business owners and fellow business development people who are in the same storm as you are, so that you can all prepare and row the boat in the same direction. And, networking is just such an important key. Lorena and I often talk, we always say people work with who they like, know, and trust. Table for Four ended up getting born less than a week after the pandemic. We were already all right, we're launching on Monday. And we started Table for Four. We just did our 97th in July, our 97th Table for Four. Yeah. And that really was born out of a crisis, and then became this stalwart We still have over 80 people registering on a monthly basis.
Yep.
It's still a foundation. And I know this isn't supposed to be a commercial for Table for Four, but what it is saying in bad times, there's opportunity to thrive.
Yeah. Yep, it's like that old saying that in China, the same symbol for chaos is the symbol for opportunity. Did I get that right?
I've actually never heard that.
I've never heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, I believe you.
You know, the symbol that they're called kanji, the writing, the same symbol for chaos is also for opportunity, which is fascinating.
That's pretty profound.
To me, that sounds like a really great tattoo. I'm just gonna say it. I always go there.
Is that going to be our logo for the pipeline?
That's right.
That's not a terrible idea.
That's actually not a terrible idea. But that actually is a great point, because what we're going to do is when we actually start to plan out our topics for coming weeks, we want to make sure that we're kind of giving you a little bit of a heads up of what we're going to be talking about the following week, so that you share this out with your network and share it out with those that you are networking with, so that they can actually maybe hear some of the tips that we're sharing. So for next week, when we come on Friday at 11 a.m., we're really going to go a little bit deeper into that opportunity that you have right now during the summer. How do you actually keep that pipeline going? What are some things that you should be doing in the summer from a planning perspective? Follow up, which events should I be going to? Who should I be reaching out to? What are some of the ways to actually craft those messages? And just again, high level little tips. And we'll be covering that next Friday. So we're super excited to be back. Hopefully you guys will be joining us. There's a couple of things that we do want to share that are going on in the next few months. Kate has an awesome event coming up, right?
Yes. So September 28th and 29th, it's our 8th annual New Jersey Women Business Leaders Forum, powered by NJBIA. After 2 years of being virtual, we are coming back so strong at Caesars in Atlantic City. We're expecting like 500 people in the room, mostly women, but some men too. You're not excluded, men. Okay, you're invited. And we're going to have 10 breakout panels. We've got TED style talks. We've got awards. It is going to be amazing. There's coaching, there's resume building. It is just off the freaking charts. It's amazing. And we're going to put
in person. Isn't that awesome?
I'm so excited.
I got the sense that Kate wanted to use a different word, and I was so excited because I was like, so I'm not always the bad girl of the pipeline.
I don't know who's watching, so I'm just gonna edit myself ever so slightly.
And that's in Atlantic City, right? In Atlantic City?
Yes, it's at Caesars in Atlantic City, which is just amazing.
That is awesome.
Amazing.
And I'm actually going to put the link for it right now, so that if you want to register, you make sure you go. And that is, we are so excited that is happening. And just as part of being one of the co-chairs for the Women's Business Leaders Forum with NJBIA, Roseanne DeTorres from DeTorres and DeGeorge Family Law and I are the co-chairs. And now we've brought on an actual committee to help us. And we've got Clelia Pergola from the New Jersey Elder Law Center. And we've also got Debbie Volpov from Merck's Payments. I mean, to have that level of women helping us plan and organize and just brainstorm who should we have, who should be at the event, has been spectacular to watch and unfold. So that is going to be an awesome event in the fall.
100%.
So excited. With that, Vicki, I know we have do we have another event in August, right? For the Roundtable that's coming. And
actually,
we have
Roundtable is on hiatus for the summer for August. So is R&R. We will be regrouping in September. So in September, our sales and marketing roundtable is turned into our business growth roundtable. And now instead of every third Tuesday, it has moved to the second Tuesday of the month at 12 noon. And in September, we're going to have a panel discussion with our fearless leaders, Rachel Durkin and Donna Miller among them. And they will be, and there's 2 more people rounding out the panel, and they will be discussing business growth. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what this is all about. It's growing our businesses, creating great opportunities and a fertile atmosphere so that we can all grow. And again, I love rowing our boats in the same direction. So you're not going to want to miss it. More details to follow. And then R&R will be Reconnect, Network, and Refuel is our happy hour. It will be, usually it's on the third Friday of every month. But because of actually Paradigm's having our retreat that week. So we're so excited. We're a virtual company, so we're flying in all of our teammates, and I can't wait to meet everyone in person. We're going to be doing it on Friday, September 30th, which actually is going to piggyback on the Morris County Chamber of Women in Business, their luncheon, which is on September 30th. We're going to keep the networking going. I coordinated with the chairperson, Christine Cox West, and she's absolutely a powerhouse.
Yeah.
I've coordinated with her. We're moving R&R so that the networking, which is just, it's palpable when you're at a Women in Business event and picking it up and continuing. So that will be on.
It's like almost like taking the afternoon off, but you're not off because you're building so many strong relationships, but you're doing it in such a fun way with such a positive energy that like, I love those days.
They are my favorite days. They're amazing events with amazing content. And then to kind of wrap it up in a bow with R&R is just like my pleasure that we can do that, how Paradigm is partnering with the Chamber to make that happen. It's at Town Barn Kitchen in Morristown, which is right across from the train station. So it's from 4 to 6. So, and I would imagine since the event it's following the event, the party might trickle on in a little bit earlier. But really, it's about networking without an agenda. And to me, that's one of the most important things. Going to an event where people are shoving business cards in your face isn't how business and relationships get built. It's working people work with who they know, like, and trust, and it's fortifying and building those relationships. It's free to attend. It is cash bar. So, everybody knows what they're walking into. And it's been running. This is our 10th year. It actually just boggles my mind that R&R has been happening for 10 years.
But it's so great because you've got folks that come in from they're bringing in their coworkers, they're bringing in other, partners that they work with, because it's such a different crowd than you would normally get, right? The morning crowd, the evening crowd, and the lunch crowds are different in different networking events. So you've got to try a little bit of everything.
That's a great point. And I'm going to pass the baton in 1 second. The reason it's from 4 to 6 is so you have your whole night. Nobody's trying to steal your Friday from you. Yeah. And so that it's just like a great way, a springboard into some magic. So
love it. I can't wait.
And with that, we're going to log off. We are happy that you joined us. Please share this with your networks. We hope to see you next Friday at 11 a.m. when we are back with the pipeline to give you some tips of everything that you need to know to let your business grow.
Absolutely. All right. Bye.
Bye.